When a man doesn't want to coach his woman, coach her emotionally, coach her with her communication, coach her to be the best version of herself that she can be, then it's showing that he's really deeply emasculated. He has not grown up into manhood. He is still stuck in boyhood because the masculine instinct loves to coach a woman, loves to help her, loves to support her in all kinds of ways, including through coaching her to be the best version of herself. That's what actually makes him happy, makes him feel like a man. And there's way too many men today that don't want to take that responsibility for a woman, which means that they're not ready for a relationship. A man has no business being in a relationship if he is not ready to step up as a woman's coach, step up as your coach. And what we're going to talk about today in this video is why that is, and what you can do if you find yourself in a relationship with a man who doesn't want to step up and support you, and why it becomes so much easier for you to make all of the shifts that I talk about in this video and all of my videos when you have a man who has the mindset of wanting to coach you and support you to be the woman that you are meant to be. Before we get into it, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Zach Rohde. I'm here to lead you into creating the relationship of your dreams using your feminine energy and what I call feminine communication to inspire a man into cherishing you. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that below. Hit the notification bell and be sure to like this video because I am going to make sure it is a very good one for you. So, backing up for a moment, in my relationship, in my marriage, we have been together for about 10 years. And for the first 3.5 years, I was not stepping up to coach her in any kind of way. There were all these things that I saw that was a problem with her behavior, but I was just very apathetic about it. I would judge her sometimes for showing up in a certain way, but I didn't step up into that coaching supportive role. The coaching supportive role is masculine. A man is supposed to be in that role with his woman. And by the way, you're not supposed to be in that role with a man. If you find yourself in that coaching, supporting in this masculine way, teaching kind of role, it means that the relationship is greatly inverted. But a man should be in that role with his woman. First 3.5 years of my relationship wasn't really doing that. And then I learned about polarity. I learned about polarized communication. I learned about what I should be doing as a man, what my role is. And I found myself having to step into that coaching role with my wife, which, by the way, she was extremely resistant to at first. It was a lot of women. The more feminine that you are, the more that you want a man to coach you because you're receptive. You're actually craving that coaching, that teaching, because it's a form of love. It's a form of provision for you. It makes your life so much easier. Some women who are very much in their masculine energy are going to resist that. It's this kind of hyper-independence wound, which is what I've been leading my wife out of. And it is a wound, right? Independence, that hyper-independence where it's like, I got myself, that's a wound, and that's not feminine at all. And that's going to block devotion. But for women who do want that, who do want a man to step up and coach them, for a lot of women, it's difficult to find that kind of man. Or maybe you've got a man and he's not stepping up for you in that kind of way. And that's really frustrating, especially when you come across my videos and you realize all the ways that you're actually still masculine, leading, not in your self-worth, emotionally dysregulated, communicating with disrespect, whatever it is. And you realize, oh, there's so much I'm doing that's actually pushing away devotion from a man. And then you don't have that man who wants to step up and coach you. And I've even had clients in my academy program. It's so disheartening for a woman where they're learning feminine communication. They got a man. They're learning feminine communication. They're learning how to be more vulnerable, how to be more emotionally regulated, all the kind of stuff that we teach and support women to do. And they go to their man for help. And the response from their man is, this isn't, like, basically, I'm paraphrasing, this isn't my job. You just need a therapist. You need to figure this out yourself. That's basically the messaging. Basically, I am not here to support you. My job is not to support you in this way. You gotta figure it out yourself. This actually bothers me. It's just such an abdication of masculine responsibility. When you got a woman who's actually trying to be more feminine, trying to be more respectful, trying to be a better woman, and that is the response from a man, that is such deep emasculation. And I have absolutely no respect for it all. That is just peak immaturity. It's so childish. It just shows that man has zero masculine instinct whatsoever. And this entire, I'm going to go on a bit of a rant. Let's have some fun here. Let's do some ranting. This entire messed up culture that we have, which screws over both men and women, by the way, it's not like it's just screwing over women. It also messes up men just as much. But this culture of like therapy and like going, like everyone has a therapist today. Everybody's seeing a therapist because so many of us have been messed up, and more so women. I think it's women who are, I could be wrong on the statistics, but I'm pretty sure women see therapists more than men. And it's like the only reason that women are seeing therapists is because they don't have a man in their life to help them heal, that don't want to take responsibility to help them heal. And of course, because they got screwed up in the first place by how they were raised, right? They didn't get that supportive care that they needed, so they need a therapist in the first place. But like women heal, okay, women don't really heal, relatively speaking, they don't heal much by sitting on a therapist couch or like a Zoom call with a therapist, whatever, and sharing all of their problems and feelings and doing talk therapy, digging into their past trauma and stuff. I'm not disparaging it. Like, I don't want to disparage it because there is value in that, right? I'm not saying there's no value in that. I'm just saying, how much more valuable would it be if you just had a man who loved you, that you could come to and share the problems that you're experiencing, the feelings you're experiencing, and he was open and corrected you in your communication when you were disrespectful, showed you a different way of communicating, didn't enable your unhealthy patterns of judging or blaming or fawning or, avoiding sharing or questioning or nagging. He would encourage you into being vulnerable. He'd be understanding when you would make mistakes. He would help you out of any kind of perfectionism tendencies, any kind of low self-worth patterns of like self-judgment, beating yourself up. And he took that so seriously that if he didn't know how to help you, he would figure it out. And by the way, now that we have ChatGPT, there's many issues that I have with the whole AI takeover, but there's many great things about it as well. Now that we have things like ChatGPT and even just the internet, there's no excuses. There's no excuses for a man to not step up and start leading and coaching a woman in this way, especially when she's actually really interested in learning and going to him for support. So we live in such a messed up culture where everyone's needing therapy. Women are basically on their own to get all of this support. And by the way, like a side note to this, in a way, I'm grateful that our society is so messed up because it's allowed me to have a really successful business to support my family, which is really my purpose. Like, I love helping women in this way. There's nothing that has given me so much satisfaction and drive and inspiration as working with women students and creating a space and container and support system for women to heal in my academy, which, by the way, is very different than therapy. It's the reason. I'm just going all over the place for this one on my rant. The reason that my academy is so transformational, the number one reason, it's not even exactly what we're telling you and the skills we're telling you. It's that it's led by healthy masculine men, embodied men that are in relationships with women that we're leading into being as feminine as possible. So we've done this with our own woman. And so we know exactly how to do it with another woman, except we're doing it non-romantically, but it's essentially the same. It's still a very polarized dynamic. And we're showing you how to make all these shifts. We're correcting you when you make mistakes. We are giving you feedback with any unhealthy patterns that you're in. We help you feel your feelings on the deepest level. We create that container for you to feel your feelings on the deepest level. And it's that dynamic that allows women to heal. Having a therapist where you're on the couch and talking about all your feelings, it's not that you're not going to heal anything. It's just you're going to be digging around for the next 10 decades to try to heal all of this wounding. And for the most part, by the end of it, you're going to be like, okay, I still can't inspire a man to cherish me, because it doesn't work that way. You heal these wounds. The way you're meant to heal these wounds is not on a couch, it's by interacting with a man who cares about you. And so, and this is kind of ending up being like a sales pitch at the same time, but I'm just going to go with it while I explain how this works. The way that you heal is through interacting with a man who really cares about you and who leads you into making all of these shifts, which is going to bring up all these triggers, pain for you, shame, fears, all kinds of stuff. But because of that, you end up shifting it so quickly. And the reason that we basically exist as a program is because the world is so unbelievably emasculated with men who don't know how to be men. They don't know how to step up as coaches for you, that where else can you turn to? And it's like a second best option. Like the best option is you have a devoted masculine man who knows how to coach you into using feminine communication, lead you out of all your unhealthy control patterns. And you can just go to him and he sees exactly where you're not in your feminine and not in your feminine self-worth. And he shows you how to shift. If you had that kind of man, I'd be bankrupt tomorrow. There'd be no need for my business. And women would all be being cherished because they'd be led into their self-worth. They'd be led into their femininity. And in the best way possible, right? Because that's the most healing, transformational container you can have, is a romantic container like that with a man who truly loves you romantically and is there to provide for you in all ways. The second best option, which is what we do, is we're helping you heal and loving you in a non-romantic way. And it's through the internet. But it's so much better than any other option out there other than actually a man who's fully stepping up for you. So we basically show you how to make these shifts and inspire a man into stepping up for you, into being your coach, because that's absolutely possible. What you're doing is you're learning to be feminine enough to really activate a man's masculine instinct and inform him without teaching him in a way that starts to inspire him to start stepping up in the way that you need, so that eventually you don't need me and you don't need any coach and you don't need any therapist in this area ever again, because your man has stepped up as your coach. That is the way that it's supposed to be. That is the way that women are supposed to be loved and supported. And it is disgusting. That's going to be my judgment for the day. It's disgusting that we have a society that is so unsupportive of women. Because when you have a society of men who are not properly supporting women, who don't have the balls to step up and start coaching women and coaching their woman specifically, but even, other extended family members, and provide that container for them, what happens? Women become hyper-masculine and hyper-wounded because they have to protect themselves, they have to provide for themselves, they have to coach themselves, and that's not the way that women are designed. It's not that they're incapable of it. You're extremely capable as a woman to basically do whatever you want. I fully believe that you're capable of pretty much anything that you put your mind to. It's just that you weren't designed to do that in a way where you truly thrive without a man being that support system for you, to give you the praise, the reassurance, the direction, the boundaries, the love that you need. And that's a travesty. It really is. It bothers me. Like, honestly, it bothers me. If you're really resonating with this and you can feel the truth in this and you would like that masculine support system, I would love to be that support system for you with my team and I in our academy program, where we show you how to make all these shifts. We give you the love and the care and the containment to shift enough so that you can inspire a man into being that support system for you, so that you never need a coach again. If you would like my help, if you'd like to learn about how we can help you, go below this video, open up the description, click on relationshipyourdreams.com, that link, watch the video that I've left for you on that page, book the call with me below that video. I will see you on a call. We'll have a fantastic time together. We'll unpack exactly what's going on in your love life. I'll tell you exactly what you need to shift, why it's happening, and we'll find out if working together makes sense.